What's going on, guys? Your boy Amazing. We're back with another video, and in today's video, guys, I'm gonna be discussing the SensorTower revenue chart for Grand Cross and talking about why I think Grand Cross is not gonna be shutting down anytime soon. For all the people that think, oh, the game is dying, this is not, and about, oh, the revenue is probably low. I'm gonna show you guys what I mean, and we're gonna talk about it in this video. So let's hop in. All right, guys. So I have the notice here kind of pulled up, so we'll actually open it right here. So this is courtesy of Visceroth on the Gacha Gaming Reddit. So he actually posts the mobile revenue for April of 2023, and it also shows the past months up till the new year. So we can actually look at that as well. But as you guys can see, 7 days since Grand Cross is at the top here. And in terms of what we got going on, the JP version this in April made 1.3 million, and then the global version in April made 2 million, right? And you guys can see this is both red numbers, meaning that it's worse than the previous month, right? So if you actually look at the previous month, this was in March, so this is when Mael released, right? So 4 million on global, 1.4 million on JP. So not a lot of JP players really summoned for Mael. A lot of them on global did, it looks like, though, right? And then if we move to February here, who released in February? Let me pull up past banner. February was New Wings King, and then end of February is Mael 2, to be fair. So let's see. Yeah, so there was some revenue that was for Mael here, at least on the JP side of things, but mainly for global wise, it was King and Freya, right? King and Freya. So that was about 2 million for King and Freya, right? And then we actually look at January here, where January we had Purgatory Melee on global. That was kind of when he dropped, so you could see global had 6 million right there, right? And then 4 million on JP, because they're still coming off of the one ultimate, and still they were, I think, around that time. You could see here December 29, 2022 is when Purgatory Melee released. Right, so you guys can see this is pretty much the way the revenue's been going for Grand Cross. We average about on a really good month, it's about $10 million. On a really low ball month, which is probably April, which is the lowest we've gotten so far, is going to be about 4.3 million, or 3.3 million, my bad. So now actually looking at it, how does this compare to other gacha games, and what's the real difference between Grand Cross versus other gacha games in terms of revenue, right? If we look at some other gacha games here, let's just scroll through. Right, so if we actually see here, let's see. Oh wow, look at King's Raid, man. This game is flopping. Langrisser, you can see, is not doing the greatest either. They only make around 200k a month right there, which is not the greatest, at least on the global side of things. The Chinese version makes about, together they make about 1 million, which is okay. But let's scroll down here as well. Nero Cloud, as you guys can see, not the greatest in terms of revenue for this game. Only making around, what is that, probably 500k max across all 3 other versions. So you can see there is some discrepancies here in terms of games that just do not make a lot of money here, man. Even Tower Fantasy, this game came out kind of recently, actually. It was about last year in August, right? And you guys can see the revenue for Tower Fantasy is not the greatest either. Even if we look at the global side of things, this is still making less money overall. If you look at Tower Fantasy Global and China, that's still less money than Grand Cross has made on our worst month so far. So you guys can see that we are still competitors in the gacha game market, and I don't really see Grand Cross shutting down anytime soon. The fact that we can make 2.3 million in April, where in April we got what did we get in April? We got Goddess Liz, and end of April they got what's it called, the Mushoku Tensei collab, right? So this is JP, right? For global, end of April, what did we get on global? Actually, let me see. So if it was global, we got a little bit of Roxy, and then we got Goddess Liz. Yeah, so Roxy and Goddess Liz totaled up to about, what is that on global, 2 million for April. And then for JP, it was mainly just Goddess Liz and then a little bit of the Mushoku Tensei collab, because it was around the end of the month, right? So not a lot of people were able to pick up packs by the end of the month. So you guys can see, Grand Cross, I think overall in terms of revenue wise, I think it's doing fine, guys. Obviously, this is a worse month for sure. We don't have really a festival going on. We had a collab, obviously, but we'll really see how well the collab turned out in the May revenue chart. So I'll definitely make a video discussing the May revenue chart when that comes out. But obviously the month has to finish, and we're kind of at the beginning of it, so yeah, we can't really see for sure yet. But you guys can see Grand Cross is still doing fine, man. Honestly, a lot of people have been saying amazing. The game is kind of dying. I don't really see as many views on videos. I had some guy comment that you know, a few days ago, and I was just, you know, I had to think about it, like, are we really doing fine? And yeah, I mean, we are. You know what I mean? If we actually look at the amount of money Grand Cross is making in terms of how much they need to put back in, is not a lot in comparison, right? So they make enough to just keep stay afloat. And I think once we get the anniversary festival too, that'll probably skyrocket them back to probably around like the, you know, the 5 million a month, maybe even upwards of the 10 million if we get like a crazy festival for anniversary. So, you know, we'll have to see, guys. But I think Grand Cross revenue wise is doing perfectly fine. I don't really see too many like issues that can arise from it. Obviously, April is probably the worst month we'll ever get in Grand Cross because of the fact that we just had such bad units. Like, looking on April, right, we had what, Goddess Liz, which is just like such an easy skip, right? Only Guild Wars people used it because of the guild boss, right? And then the Mishogu Tensei collab at the end was kind of just like whichever will had enough time to summon in April, right? So yeah, I mean, we'll have to see exactly how it turns out, but you guys can see in general, Grand Cross averages around like 3 million to about 10 million on average. Like, in between that range is usually like how much they'll make a month across both JP and global. So yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below about the revenue chart here for Grand Cross. I mean, in comparison to other games, you know, I think it does fairly well as well. We kind of looked through and scrolled through. There are obviously games that just make in absurd amount of money. Like, if we like scroll down here, we can see I know it was right here, Summoner's War still makes crazy amount of money on global, right? And even if we go to like Nikkei, which is still going crazy since its release, right? So this game has been pumping out a ton of money. But yeah, I mean, we're not on the level of like Genshin Impact or like any of those like super mainstream gachas at this point. But we're definitely in the ballpark for making enough money to keep the game running, and that's what I think is what matters the most. You know what I mean? So yeah, guys, that's pretty much it for the video. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below about the Grand Cross revenue chart. I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe as always. If you guys want to see more videos like this, definitely let me know in the comment section below, and I'm gonna see you guys in the next video. Peace out and have a good rest of your day.